What's going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to Piece of Happiness 101. And today we have another phenomenal video for you guys. Knowing that you guys been watching us all over the world, it is my job to always check on you guys to know exactly how is the pandemic treating you and yours. I'd like to also tell you guys it's best to always stay safe. Keep wearing your mask, keep washing your hands, and keep finding ways where we could take that thing away for good. My dad used to tell me a story about a pool cleaner. A funny story that, parents would tell kids to make them laugh. But the older I get, the more I get to understand the story. The pool cleaner would go to people's house at least 2 to 3 times a week, clean their pool, and then go about his business. But one day he received a call. On his first orientation day, he noticed there was a dog in the doghouse. The pool cleaner forgot to mention that he was scared of dogs. So by the time the guy who was in charge of the house came in front of the gate to pick him up, he told the guy, the only way I would be able to get in and start this contract and start cleaning your pool, only if there's no dog in the house. The owner of the house was like, that's such an unprofessional way to look at things because this is a huge contract. We have 2 pools. That's something that we're trying to work on to keep somebody there to keep cleaning our pools. And if you think having a dog around is something that could keep you from doing that, maybe we don't need to even start doing business together. So long story short, the pool cleaner ended up losing the contract because he was scared of a dog. A few months went by, one of his colleagues ended up being the one picking up the contract. And the contract was so good to the point where the colleague also had a chance to not only meet the owner of the house, but also being the company who's cleaning all of his hotels. And when the friend happened to find out that his colleague is the one who got that contract, he felt some type of way because the contract was given to him first and he actually denied it because of a dog. After hearing that the colleague was able to land such big contract, he decided to give the colleague a call to ask him, how did you do it? Because knowing there's a big dog in the house, how did you even go through with the process of cleaning the pools to the point where the owner of the house trusted you with multiple other hotels? The colleague was like, that was easy. The dog is toothless. The dog was just being there to be there. The dog is just a picture. The dog is the friendliest dog of dogs. So from the first day that I got there, me and the dog got so friendly to the point where they didn't have to put it in the house anymore. And what a wake-up call it was for the first guy who denied the contract. My parents would tell me a bunch of stories like metaphors. But the older you get, the more you're realizing that, okay, if we place that as a metaphor, what is your dog right now? What is an obstacle right now that you could put as the dog? The guy did not get the contract, not because of the dog, because the dog was just minding its business. It did not get the contract because it was scared of a small obstacle. And right now, we have to talk about things that are going on in our lives right now. Coronavirus might be the obstacle in your relationship. The way that you're gonna have to tackle and manage your relationship under the coronavirus situation is entirely up to you. That's your obstacle right now. That's your dog right now. The dog that you didn't know was toothless, that's it right there. Because one thing that a lot of us refuse to understand is that we're gonna get obstacles. Yes, relationship is one of the best things that would probably happen to any of us, but no one said that it was gonna be easy. So for you to give up just because of an obstacle, that says a lot about how strong you are. So right now, my question to you is, are you gonna give up? What is it that you're willing to do right now, this very moment, that's gonna help you push? I don't know. Everybody have their own situations. Maybe in your mind, it's time to give up. Maybe in your mind, it's not worth it anymore. Maybe in your mind, you don't think that you're supposed to be in the position that you are. What if God is the one who's watching you and making you stronger? And no, God is not putting you into things to make you lose your head because God knows how strong you are. You giving up is not God's decision. That's yours. So the obstacles that we're going to talk about right now, what are the things that are keeping you from being the most successful person right now? What's the obstacle that's in front of you? For some reason, you think is the strongest obstacle that's keeping you from really being you. Because sometimes what we think is in front of us might not even be in front of us. Sometimes our illusions play tricks on us. Sometimes we're allowing fear to get the best of us to not make best decisions for ourselves. So today, know that obstacles are made to make you stronger. Yeah, that's the moral of the story. Don't let things go just because of a toothless dog. That's not what we're doing. Don't just give up because of a toothless dog. Right now, it might not be a toothless dog. Maybe it could be something that you're going through. This is a process. You're gonna meet somebody. It's gonna take time for you to get to know the person. I've been saying that, and I will probably continue to say that. And by you getting to know the person, you have to go through a series of tests. You're not gonna just know people. Argue. Yeah, it's okay to argue. Within that path, it's okay to argue. Don't be disrespectful. Have good argument. Constructive argument. Argue about things that matter. Don't argue about why he drinks coffee every morning. That's not even helping the relationship. Argue about how can we keep money in the house and save as we go. Argue about how don't you understand that I love you and I want to make sure that I get the same love back. Argue about things that are actually good, things that could help the relationship. Because a relationship with an argument is definitely not a relationship. What are your obstacles right now? That's what I want to know. Are you willing to give up? Or by watching this video, are you giving it a second thought? If I was you, I would definitely give it a second thought. Why? Because this is who we are. We get to go through things and realize how strong we are and make the best and positive decision from those obstacles. I want you to really understand what it means to spend a lifetime with somebody and understand everything about them. It did not happen just like that. Everybody like older couples. It's like, oh man, they've been together for 45 years. You don't know what happened within those 45 years. You don't know the moments that they've cried. You don't know anything about that relationship, basically. You just see the good thing. You don't see the obstacles. You don't see the things that they have to deal with. You don't see how they never gave up to make something that's better than themselves. The little obstacle that you're dealing with right now, is it worth giving up? I want to know. Whatever that you're going through right now. And I know bills are going to be tight because that's everybody going through stuff. It's worse to be going through stuff by yourself than with somebody else. So my message to you today is to do not let your obstacles take the best of you. Do not let your obstacle bring out the fear and make you give up. Do not let your obstacle turn you into something that you're not and make you lose everything good that God placed in your route. Do not let obstacle take advantage of everything that you could have become just because of a toothless dog.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you guys who've been with us from the get-go. We appreciate the love, we appreciate the support, we appreciate all the comments on each post. And for those of you that are just coming in, we welcome you to the channel. Feel free to look around and don't forget to leave us a subscribe and hit the notification bell because we have so much more to show you. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.